All right, it's APA 9-ball featuring Luis versus Jaime, 7 versus 5. It's going to be a 55-38 race, lagging for the break. And that was me whispering in Jaime's ear as he was lagging. All right, Jaime wins the lag. My whisper is lucky. On to rack 1. All right, Jaime's going to be breaking off rack number 1. A little bit of congestion. Looks like nothing went down. Dry break. I had originally asked him before the match if he wanted to play me. And he said, yeah. And I said, cool. And we put up Luis, and he put himself up to play Luis. So that's why I was whispering in his ear. I was giving him a hard time. He's actually a good pool playing buddy of mine, so it's all good. Well, Luis doesn't have much to look at, so he kicks. Makes a good 2-rail kick. Looks like he leaves the 1 hooked behind the 7. Oh, just catches the 7 ball. It is snowing outside today, so I do have a little bit of a wintry cough. Kind of annoying, so I'll be muting myself a bunch. I apologize. Before the video gets going, we're gonna talk about Luis and his stroke. It's awful. He's got a terrible, terrible hitch in his stroke. Something happened to his game. He quit playing for several years. He wants to get back into it, and his stroke feels funky. And as someone stated in the last video he was in, it's very reminiscent of a Charles Barkley golf stroke in that it's terrible. And it is terrible. So we're not going to talk about him moving while he strokes the ball. We're not going to talk about why he's missing shots. We're just going to watch him shoot, and I'm going to give Jaime a hard time while they're playing because Jaime deserves it for not playing me. It's actually a pretty good shot right there. Draws it back, just threads the needle between the 8 and the 5 and the corner pocket up there, so not bad. The shot here, the angle that he has on it, I kind of actually prefer to hit this a little harder with a little bit of left, because you're going to hit that 7, and you might be able to send that cue ball out towards the middle of the table, towards the 4, but if he plays it nice and light, he should be okay, just leaving himself a really long shot. Yeah, so the 7's closer to the pocket. He didn't block the pocket, which is good. I was afraid of doing that, but not too bad. I like shooting this with a little bit of just stun, a little bit of stun center. Just bring the cue ball into the rail. I like playing this rail here so you can use put a full stroke on it, and then getting your cue ball back out to this part of the table. You'd like to get a full stroke on this 4 ball. He decelerates a little bit. I think he was trying to hold it for the 5, and he decelerates. So, terrible stroke aside, I think that could play a big part as to why he missed that shot. Jaime's got a decent stroke. He is a 5. He's a very inconsistent 5. He plays on a Masters team, and he has weeks where he'll play some of the top players in the local league and just absolutely destroy them. He He has a good game. He's got a good eye for his shots, but he makes great shots and then makes terrible shots. And it's just for instance, he just shoots a really good shot on the 4-ball, plays it around the pile of balls, and then just shoots a terrible, terrible shot with that 5. But if he can avoid the terrible shots, all he does is make good shots all night. So he's kind of one of those scary 5s that you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know which Jaime you're going to get. I destroy this Jaime. I destroyed this Luis too. Ugh. You just missed ball in hand on a 5. Ugh. It's not my team, so my rules don't apply, but on my team, if you miss ball in hand, you get a nice tap in the neither region. Great shot from Jaime there. Leaves this 6 in a tough spot. A lot of people would want to take this 6 right here. I don't know what he does, but I actually like shooting this 6 this way and sending my cue ball across the table. Again, use both rails. You want to be on this side of the table for the 7. Or if you can get it up here, I guess, maybe here, but that's the best way to get shape on that 8 is to be in this area. So yeah, it looks like he's going to take it this way, which is good. Nice shot. Well played. Good speed. That's what I'm talking about. This is the shots like that. Sometimes that's all he does is just play his entire match just making good shots, good speed. And then he misses this ball here. So yeah, this is the inconsistent Jaime. It's a shame. Clearly it's an issue of pace with him. He needs to get a nice rhythm in his game. He needs to settle back and give himself like maybe a structure as far as, you know, pre-stroke routine going into the shot, and he needs to stick to that pre-shot routine. You know, I know for myself, I always make sure that I do a few things before I get down to even take the shot, and I'd like to see him do that and rush a little less. Yeah, he plays that one fine. He's got up here is perfect for this ball. If you overhit it, you're fine going this way. If you underhit it, you're fine going this way. So yeah, he plays that great. He plays that great. Good job, Jaime. Jaime is up 6-3. We are going on to rack 2. All right, Jaime is going to be breaking this one. I saw a little bit of movement in the rack when Luis took the rack off, so I'm not expecting this one to be great unless the ball settled back into place. It looks like there was some settling. A lot of the balls are all moving this direction, though, which leads me to believe that there was some separation between the back balls. Well, 6 balls gone on the break. It's got a long, weird shot on this 1 ball. Oh, if he plays that 1 ball this direction out here instead, he can actually hold to that 8 ball at that speed. The thing about Luis that kills me is that I've seen him give timeouts to people, and I've talked to him about shots, and his knowledge is on point. You can tell he's definitely played the game for a long time, and he was around it a lot. So I try not to be hypercritical of his situation. I know something's going on. You can see in his stroke, clearly he's not comfortable actually physically playing pool right now. Sucks, because it's all there, you know. If he deserved it, I'd be mean to him all the time, but he doesn't deserve the criticism. To an extent, some of it he does. Not sure which way he wants to send this 2-ball. Doesn't look like he's going for the 8 here. Looked like he was trying to hit half of that and send the cue ball a little bit further up this way. Not the worst outcome. Jaime's got a lot of work to do here. Double kiss. Double kiss. Gave him a scratch. Yep. He had the right idea. It looked like what he was trying to do there was he wanted to send this ball up the table and try to bring it up here somewhere and create separation, which we talked about in the last video is a perfectly viable strategy. Just put a lot of table. Doesn't matter how good or bad you are at the game. The last thing you want in a game of pool is a lot of table between you and the pocket. Now he's focused on the breakout. Took his eye off the 2-ball. That happens. I mean, he's just going to put some follow on this one. Try to run the cue ball back up the table. He gets a little stabby with that shot. I noticed his follow through isn't as clean as it could be. Still makes a good 2-ball there. Well, Luis is going to be stretched out over the table with that rough stroke. Yeah, he's almost always hitting that fat there. Most people are almost always hitting that fat, but I'd say most definitely he's going to hit it fat with that stroke. Or miss the ball entirely, one or the other, you know? I mean, got pretty aggressive with the bank attempt there. I probably couldn't see a safety from the angle he had. I don't know if he's practiced safety play, like safety drills and things like that. I recommend you do practice some safety drills. If you've never played the wall game or anything like that, you just nice shot from Luis. Essentially what you do is you just put a, like say you have a cue ball and an object ball, and then you take 2 balls that you have in your hand and you create a wall, and you just miss the shot, but you try to bring your cue ball back and put it behind the wall. And you can play it with a friend, or you can play it by yourself. I've played it with a few friends that I was practicing their game with, and you get a point if you get a safety. And I've even played it in horse fashion, you know, like the basketball game horse. We've actually played, you know, if you successfully get a safety, you get H, etc. until you spell it all out. So yeah, good safety here, just ducking in behind the 9. He hits the point and brings it this way, but I think even if he misses the point and comes in this way, he's still got enough pace to be over here. Over here is still safe. Nice. Oh, nice try. That was a nice try. Spend a little bit more time looking at that. I think he hits that ball. Leaves the 5-7 up. I don't like the 5-7. Oh, yeah. I call a timeout here. I definitely don't like the 5-7. I don't want him to risk, where I'm pointing at over here, I don't want him to risk losing the 5 ball off of a bad contact and leaving it stuck on the rail here. So what I'm telling him to do is, hey, you know what, we've got a lot more room. Why don't we just shoot the 5 ball this way, leave the cue ball anywhere here, and you've got all the room in the world to bring it up for an 8. I just said, and I asked him, you know, is this an easier shot for you? If we just do something like this, does this make sense? And he's like, oh, yeah. I'm not going to be in a bad spot. I can make this. To which I said, great, let's do it. And I kind of realized that he's overthinking the game of pool. Like, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect to get on the 8 ball. Just run this with a little bit of high right. He puts a little bit too much right on it, but he's perfect. He can run this with high right also and play it into the rail over to here, or he can put a little bit of draw on it and bring it across. He's got 2 different options there. He goes a little bit of high right on it, and there we go. So yeah, I just wanted to take away the option of him losing the 5. A lot of times in combos, we tend to not really take for consideration where the middle ball is going to go. I didn't want him to fall victim to it. That's all. All right, Luis is up 10-9, where you're going on to the 3rd rack. All right, Luis to break. Doesn't look like anything went in from this angle. Nope. Try break. Dry break and a very, very tough 1 ball. Gonna go rail first, long rail, 1 rail kick. Nice hit, gets the double screws him up there. I think if he misses that 1 ball, he makes contact with the 3, brings the cue ball this way, and the 1 ball continues up the table. Not terribly bad, but ended up in a decent spot. Luis has got himself a bank from the looks of things, or he's just gonna play a safety. It's a great safety from Luis. A lot of traffic, a lot of places to make this very hard for Jaime. I'm not sure Jaime can actually get around this 7 ball the way he thinks he is. Maybe he can. Maybe he can. He's pretty good at these. Out the back of the 7. Alright. Overran this 2 ball just a little bit. Still has enough room with the 2 ball going this way. I think he can run the cue ball into this part. I'm not sure if that's the line he's on. It looks like it. He might be on the right. He might be dead straight, to be honest. It's hard to tell from this angle. Yeah, he's still hitting here. You want to go high left on that one. High left and send your cue ball through here. Just splits them up, put the 4-5 in between them. Essentially what you're doing with that shot right there is you're hitting half of a ball. When you hit half of the 3 ball where it was, doesn't matter where it is, but if you hit half, that ball is going to go about the same distance as the cue ball, because half of the inertia from the cue ball is being delivered into the ball when you make a half ball contact. So if you can hit a true half, then you have 50-50 speed going away from there. And that's pretty much how you can gauge a lot of the safeties when you're playing 9 ball. Just think of it that way. Think of how much power am I putting into this. If you hit it a little thin, then the 3 ball isn't going to go as far as the cue ball, and vice versa. If you hit a little thicker, like he did, the 3 ball went a little further than the cue ball because he hit it just a hair fatter than half of a ball. you start experimenting with that, then you can start figuring out where you're going to put this cue ball. If you start playing the wall game, that'll actually come into handy, and you'll be able to start gauging how far you're going to make that ball go, where you're going to make it go. I think, oh my god, stop doing that. I think Neil's fine on Terminator Tips. Is that his channel, Terminator Tips? I'm gonna try to remember the link to it somewhere, but I think he's got a video where he talks about the wall. If I can remember, I'll link to it like right around here in the video. And it's actually a really good video. He talks about it a little bit more than I do, and he's better at pool than I am, so I don't know if he calls it the wall though. Oof. I mean, misses that 3-ball again. A lot of thought on this shot. And he leaves the cue ball up against the rail. Like I said, he's thinking a lot, but I think he's thinking a lot about the wrong thing. I think he feels very insecure about some of the shots that he's been missing. And so he's very, very focused on making the ball. And he knows just enough about shape that it's screwing up his game, if that makes sense. Oh dear. It doesn't leave Jaime a whole lot. Nice shot, Jaime. Oh, yeah. There you go. He's got a tough 2-rail kick out here. Nice hit. Good hit. Wow. Those were actually 2 really good shots from a 5 and a somewhat overrated 7. And then we follow it up with that, which is why it's a 5 and a somewhat overrated 7. Knowing hard, apparently. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know if he's trying to bank this, or I would consider trying to leave it up here. Hide the cue ball. Oh man, that was really close actually. Oh, that's tough. I'm leaning over like I'm getting a better angle. He almost got there. Wow, really nice try. You want to get this cue ball off the rail from this shot, so you either want to put the cue ball a little closer to the rail to play this 6, or you want to bring it out a little bit. You don't want it straight in. You don't want to leave yourself a ½ inch off the rail on this next shot. Like this I mean, he's an inch off the rail. He doesn't really have enough room to maneuver the way he wants to. Had he gotten that ball out to here, on the other hand, he can actually put some pop into this shot. Instead, he's just going to have to roll it up and take his medicine kind of thing. Also, if he drew it back a little bit further, he could have popped it and brought it all the way up to here pretty easily. See what he does. 9-ball for the win. Nice shot. Even with his movement, he still center pockets that. I gotta get his movement under control. On to rack 4. Alright, Luis breaking. 7-ball, not gonna get there. These guys are bad at breaking 9-ball. I know practice is boring. And I know a lot of people don't want to do it, but just practice and analyze what's going on. You can break better than this. The spread is great, they're just not getting anything to drop. I'm probably being hypercritical. I think that's probably only the 3rd break we've seen. Or 4th break. Is this the 4th rack or the 3rd? This is the 4th rack, so yeah. Nobody's made a ball yet. Come on, man. Or actually, not true. I think 6-ball was made by Luis. But losing the cue ball. See what he's going to do here. I don't even know where this ball is. It's behind his head. There it is. Thanks, bud. Well, 2-5 combo is an ugly, ugly shot. Safety is actually a much better shot here. You can actually shoot this cue ball off the 2 and put it back here behind the 5. Well, hey. Overhit it, but yeah. Proud of Jaime. That was actually a good read. Good read. Nice attempt, dude. This is the same shot that Jaime had earlier when he went 5-6, where he has an option. I still prefer to run it this way at this angle, but put some high, I want to say high inside on this, so you can bring that cue ball this way. That cue ball's trying to make it, I mean, the shot was just terrible, but you can see the cue ball actually runs a pretty natural path down to get good on the 3. He just wasn't really sure what he wanted to do with that shot. You gotta be sure. I said it like 1,000 times on this channel. You gotta have the, in the game of pool, you have to have most of the story figured out before you try telling it. I don't know if he's got a line around this 9-ball. No, apparently not. He hit a lot of that 9-ball, so I don't think he could have gotten around it at all. Well, gets unlucky with the hit. I think if he misses the point, he leaves that 2-ball up here, which is pretty well hidden. But fair attempt, just partially thought through. He's gonna leave a shot here. Yep. I actually shoot this one with high inside. It's kind of a fancy shot, but you run that cue ball into the rail, the inside catches, and it brings it back up. I don't like the draw here because it feels too inconsistent for me. He gets a good one out of it. I don't like bringing it through traffic, but yeah, if you shoot that with high right, just practice it a few times. When you've got a ball stuck on the rail here and you've got a little bit of an angle, you go inside, you can hit that, and it just pretty much wants to trail in a straight line. If you put enough inside on it, you can actually get it to go into the rail and catch its speed and come into the shot a little better. But the draw there is just, that's, a lot can go wrong with that. Looks like he's going to try to put this 4 in the side. I don't know if he's going to hold for the 5 or play it into the rail for the 5. Looks like he tried to hold it for the 5. He's going to sell out a shot here. No idea what he's doing with this one. Nothing, apparently. Didn't think he'd get past the 6. Even from our bad angle, it looked like the 6 was just monstrous there. He might have been trying to masse a little bit, but hit it too slow. Masse kicked in way early, if that's the case. I don't know if Jaime's trying to stun this one or what. I usually tend to put these a little bit straighter here and just let the roll do what it wants to do. He might be doing this. Yeah, he put a little bit of stun into it. I don't like to force these shots with the stun. It adds kind of a question mark to the middle of the shot that I don't think needs to be there. I think if we just shoot this shot here at kind of a straighter angle, we get a natural roll off with the cue ball that comes to where we need it to. And actually, you want to be here for this shot, not where he left it. Because you want to, with the 5 ball being here, you want to play a shot that runs into the rail and runs this way, naturally for the 6. So, let the ball do what it wants going around the table. So I call a timeout on him on this one, because he moves the cue ball out to here, which is fine, except I'm not looking at just the 7 ball, I'm actually looking at the 8 ball here. And that's why I'm waving over here, because I don't want him to play this shot and get out on this part of the table where he's straight in on the 7. If he gets over here, he's got a natural 8 that goes this way, that gives him a natural 9 this way, and he's just rolling the ball. So you'll be able to see it more when we all get out of the way. So yeah, anyway, when he had it out here, if he gets the cue ball to this point, then he's actually trying to draw or force something to get back to this 8 ball, which I don't like. But if he leaves the cue ball in this area, then he's rolling for the 7 naturally. So he doesn't want to move too much out towards the middle of the table. Just kind of keep it close. Even here is a little bit more than what he wanted. He still found an angle. But I think with the amount of angle he found on that shot, I think if he was shooting from out here, I think he puts the cue ball up here somewhere, which is even worse. So, can't remember what he does with this ball. He pops it, which is good. He had enough angle where he could still pop it anywhere in this direction, which is great. And now this is just a natural, this is just a float it. The cue ball is going to want to go this way. You just play it into the rail and you bring it back out towards the middle of the table. Easy. He spins it. No idea why. No idea why. He center balls it, and all he needed to do was just put a little bit of follow. He's got all of this part of the table to work with, and all of this part of the table to work with. And somehow he ends up on this line right here. Jaime almost pulls off a great safety. Well, looks like Luis left Jaime out. All right, there you go. 24-13. Luis needs 31 points. Jaime needs 25 points. It's closer than it looks. On the next one. Seven ball down. Again, can't see the one ball, lost the cue ball up the table. Nice. Oh, six ball. What are you doing? Still worked out. I know my rants about breaks and stuff seem unhinged and whatnot, but that's just because my break is struggling so much right now. I'm taking it out on everybody else. Shame we can't use jump cues. Not exactly sure why he lost that ball. He's not sure why he lost that ball either. I don't know if he spun it a little bit on accident. It did seem to go a little bit wider off of this rail than it did off of this rail, so that would indicate maybe a bit of right spin. So he might have put a bit of right spin on it. But he definitely let that one sail. Also, I mean, I guess rolling in towards the 2 is fine, but you're also rolling towards the 8 ball here. Like, you're risking leaving the cue ball here along this path. Now you're shooting from across the long end of the table over part of an 8 ball. Why not just shoot the 1 ball this way and run your cue ball this way just a little bit? I mean, you've got a lot of space over here to work with, and you're not shooting over anything. I mean, it worked out, but that's pretty risky. Please don't lose this ball. Okay. As you can tell, I did not watch this match. I think in the second half of this match, I'm actually playing on the table next to them, so yeah. He almost makes that 3 ball. Oh. Doesn't leave the easiest spot for Luis here. was a good shot. Not really sure what he planned on doing with it, though. Don't know if he was trying to bring his cue ball up here, because he knows it's pointless to go for the multiple points, or for the 2 points, and just, I don't know, it's see what he wants to do with it. I don't know why he put his hand on the table there either, what he's looking for. And we're at a bad angle, we're not going to be able to see what he's trying to do with the shot. Ah, I should just skip to the next ball. Oh, he just pushed the 4 out of the way, and yeah. I think he might have been trying to move the 4 ball and leave the cue ball back here, but didn't work out. I don't know if he has an angle here to cut this. He knows the safety if he can't cut this, but he's going pretty high on that. Let's see what he's going to do. That was a pretty convoluted safety. Not sure if it was intentional there. He might have been trying to get the cue ball between the 5 and the 8, but I don't think he meant to get the 4 ball to follow it that close. That might work out. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if the 5's in the way. It was a good kick shot from Jaime. Good enough. I mean, not much you can do down there. Try to get too fancy, risk scratching, and giving up the whole rack. Yeah, this is just going to be a lucky safety right here. Pretty bad miss. He goes too close to over here. I think the 6 is in his way, so he's got to be up. He just goes 1 rail. I thought he was going to try to go 2 rails around and try to play it this way, but he goes 1 rail. Lucky leave. Oh, he just missed that. That was close. Alright, so you got a 5-ball shot line. That's somewhere along this line right here, okay? We want to keep the cue ball on this side of it. So we're going to shoot the 4. And we're going to try to run the cue ball just a hair or keep it on this line, but we definitely don't want it to move to the left. He kept it on the line, that's good. So now he's got a natural run to back here. Or if he wants to stun this like he likes to do, he can actually stun to over here. There you go. Not the end of the world. That's why I don't like stuns though. Like I said, there's a question mark you don't want to deal with. Now it is the end of the world. Just one more variable. He makes it. That's good. Had just enough around that 9 ball. But he didn't have enough to actually spin the ball and do whatever he wanted to do with it, so... I don't know if he's going to bank this, or if he's... he went for the bank. Oh my gosh. Wow, did he get that to go around the pocket that way? Oof. I didn't think he could stretch it out to go past the pocket. I thought he was going to stretch it out just enough to drop it. You want to spin that, get it around the 9. I like to play those around the outside of the ball and just play an extra rail, come up this way. Playing it into the ball is... You gotta look out for that kind of stuff. Catch this bit, go around behind it, get yourself out there. A little bit extra pace, a little bit of an extra rail to go after. Someone commented in the last video that's a lot easier to watch lower skilled players play 8-ball, and I wholeheartedly agree. I like commentating on my own 9-ball matches. I think it's informative because I tend to remember exactly what I was trying to do with my my 9-ball game and where I messed up and where I went right. With lower skilled players, I spend a lot of time sitting here saying, I have no idea what he was trying to do. That was just a weird place to go. And yeah, in 8-ball, you can kind of guess what they were trying to do most of the time. I mean, there's traffic. They're either trying to get around it, they're trying to push a ball, they're trying to do something, and you can figure it out. But in 9-ball, I think everybody gets really, really heady with their game and just leaves you scratching your own head. Come on, brilliant shot. Do it. Not so brilliant shot. I do that a lot. It's because he moved. It's because I move every time. I can feel myself move every time I slide by the ball and come up behind it. Just a little bit of tensing. Ooh. Decides he can't make the shot, decides to play it up the table and hold the cue ball against the short rail. Not bad. He's gonna freeze this one on the short rail again. These guys are actually a great example of why I said keeping them separated was such a good thing in my last video. They're definitely better than the players in the last video, and they're still struggling just as much with the full table. Especially leaving that cue ball up against the rail and that short rail, that's really, really powerful. Nailed it. Had to tank for 5 minutes before I could nail it, but he nailed it. Alright, on to the next rack. I think it's like rack 6 or something. Who knows? Alright, Luis is breaking. Ooh, he almost nailed that 9-ball. Oh, 9-ball comes back around, makes the 2-ball for him. Do we see another ball drop in? No. Nope, and again, lost the cue ball, can't see the 1-ball. Alright, not sure what direction he's trying to go with this. Ooh. Fancy. Try to go the reverse 2-rail. Bring it in here, and then spin it back in this direction. He overspun it just a little bit, so nice try. Alright. Jaime plays this one up around the 9-ball well. Got a good look at this 3. Oh, he plays that one great. little pacey, but not bad. Should be in a good spot. He can spin this one around the 6. Should have a nice natural run up here to this part of the rail. Get you out here on this table. Let's see. He's taking his time and trying to line it up, so hopefully that works. He tried to put a bunch of draw into that, and it caused him to miscue. And I think he thought about it at the very last second. I don't know. He's gonna watch this video. Jaime, when you watch this video, tell me what the hell you were thinking on that shot. Now here, he needed to play this shot at this ball. He needs to play that with a little bit of draw and a lot of spin, and try to catch it here tight, and then bring it up the rail this way. That's the best way to get on that shot. The way he did was, he was fortunate he can see the 5 ball. He really ran into a whole bunch of traffic, and he took himself out of any chance of being able to run out this table. I mean, you could have overhit this one a little bit. I think it's just seeing the shot, knowing what it's going to do is kind of the issue. Oh, hey, there's me. I'm playing on the other table. So he's going to have to kick at this 6 ball. Catches it. Catches the 9. Wow. All skill. He doesn't really line this one up. I'd like him to line this one up. I think he can make this ball and actually get a similar result and get on the 7. I think he should line that one up. It's a great attempt. He plays that a little bit tighter on the inside, and he parks it right here. I mean, it's a great attempt. It's a good shot from Jaime too. If he puts this in the same spot, if he's trying, I don't know if he was trying for this. I would try for this. I would try to put that 7 right here. Alright, well, Luis needs 20 points. Jaime needs 19. Let's see how this rack finishes. Oh, misses his 9 ball and leaves him straight in. Whole lot of body movement, like body steering on that shot. I'm not really sure what that was about. Alright, Jaime drops the 9. He now needs 17 to Luis's 19. Technically, Luis is still in the lead, so... Anywho, on to the next one. Alright, Jaime breaking. Jaime makes 3 balls on the break. The 1's gone, the 5 is gone, the 4 is gone. Yeah, 1, 4, 5. He's got a shot on the 2 ball. He's got a really good break and run rack here. I would be willing to bet that I'd get a patch out of this one with somebody. Nice shot. Yeah, especially now. This is really, really, really cake right here. You just run this cue ball out. You don't really want to go past the middle of the table. You still need to leave yourself almost the same shot on the 6. Oh my. Come on, man. Sorry. I mean, even with the bad speed on the cue ball, he's still got a cue ball that goes this way and out here naturally off of a 6 ball going here. Golly. Well, let's see what Luis does with this one. I'd like to see him put a little pace on this one. Nope. He played it great. I just want to see him hit some shots, you know? He hit this one okay. He actually hit that one fine. Where are you going with that, man? That is a scratch shot 100% of the time. You need to put a draw on that ball. Just a little bit. We talked about this, man. When you've got a ball stuck to the rail over here, that cue ball goes this way all the time. I almost drew something profane on the screen, and I'm sorry. However, I'm trying to prove a point. Cue ball goes that way. There's a big pocket over there, and you can hit a lot of rail and it still wants to go in. So put a little bit of spin, man. Try to keep that cue ball going this way. Man. All right, Jaime cleans up that rack, which is good. He started it. He should have had the whole thing to begin with. If we're being honest, it was a good break. He only needs 10 now. All right, Jaime breaking. Oh, makes 1. Cannot see that 1 ball. I mean, what do you want? Throws his hands up in disgust, but if he had held the cue ball out in the middle of the table, he'd be able to see it just fine. I know, I'm nitpicking, but a cue ball here is a lost cue ball. A cue ball here is a lost cue ball on the break. Sometimes they get hit that way, but these guys have consistently, both of them, left that cue ball up in this part of the table, which means they're losing the cue ball. You can't be upset about it. Oh, wow, that's going to hide behind the 7, isn't it? It might have. You might be able to see it. Well, nice attempt. You could see enough of it to try to bank it back. I thought he made that ball. I was about to be a little impressed. Does Luis have enough angle on this? I think the 1 passes the 2 ball. I think he just needs to cut it. Nice. Catches the 2 ball, makes it a little dirty. That was kind of pretty. He's got enough to cut this. He's in a perfect shape, because cutting this with a little bit of spin is just going to bring your cue ball right out here to where you need it. He's tapping in the table like he wants to try to hold it here or something. You want to run this ball, man. Two, maybe just 3 rails. Yeah. I don't know what he's thinking about. I have no idea what he's thinking about when he stops and he does this stuff. I don't get it. I think he's clearly thinking about the wrong parts of his game. I mean, that ball cuts. Where are you trying to play this, dude? Yeah, what are you doing? That ball cuts and he plays it into the rail instead. Like he's trying to play a safety or something. I don't get it. I think his confidence level just has to be completely shot, and that's why his stroke is so funky and his game is so off. I'm finishing this rack. I'm willing to bet money I'm finishing this rack. Same as the other one. Like, I just don't understand. Not if I do that. Did you see what I just did? Oh, that wasn't me. That was Bob. Okay, good. I just saw white shirt and jeans in the corner over there. That's Bob shooting. It's like, I don't think I've ever moved like that in a shot. Sorry, Bob. Also, Bob, I know you're watching this. Stop moving your back leg while you shoot. Yeah, you did it again. Well, looks like Jaime is going to have to bank this one and bring the cue ball. I want high right, run that ball. Oh, that was so close, dude. You played a good shot. You played a good shot, man. Nice try. Oof. Well, that 6 ball goes this way. You just need to get out here. You don't want to get straight in on this ball. Even over here is fine. So he's playing this one right. I think he's playing this one right. Let's see how much speed he puts on this one. He played that great. Good shot, Jaime. Make the shot, leave yourself enough angle. This cue ball should naturally go rail out for his 7. You don't want to be, again, you don't want to be straight in on the 7. You need a little bit of an angle. Decide which side of the ball you want to be on. The far side is not bad. The far side of the 8 ball is bad. I try to want to hold those on the short side. Just, you've got this line to hold it on. If you get over here, you're doing great. That gets you out to a natural 8 ball all the time, so. Also, you're not flirting with disaster on the backside of the 8. Well, makes the contact, no rail. Ball in hand for Mr. Luis. Yeah, he took some of his angle out of the shot. He did okay, he's just... He really seems like he just doesn't know what he wants to do with the ball. And then this. What is this? What were you hoping to do? You have all of this part of the rail that you can shoot with that cue ball, and it comes out for a 9 ball, and he pulls it this direction. Like, what were you hoping to do? Again, scratch shot, natural scratch shot. That cue ball wants to go this way. You put a little bit of inside spin on this and send it to this part of the rail. I don't think he is. And everybody's always surprised when the cue ball goes that way. Everybody, you watch them in these videos, all these videos, that cue ball takes off from that rail and heads to that corner, and they're all just like, so bad. All right, on to the next rack. All right, Jaime busting them up. Make 3 balls on the break. Made 1 ball on the break. 5 balls gone. 5 balls gone. Cue balls lost. Can't see the 1 again. How do we fix that? I think I knocked all the cues down on the ground over there. Totally think that was me. I didn't buy anybody any drinks or anything, but I'm pretty sure that was me. Nice contact, Jaime. Lucky leave, but nice contact. Got Masters again tomorrow, so you guys are gonna have to suffer through a couple more Masters matches on the channel. I've also got a couple 8-ball matches recorded from our very last week of 8-ball. I don't remember if they're any good. I wasn't paying attention. We already qualified for the local championship, so I didn't care. I think I even played one of the matches, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think I was just drinking a bunch, and I'm not sad about it from that night because it didn't matter. So 2 8-ball matches coming, probably 2 Masters matches coming. That pretty much finishes up the month, right? I don't know. What day is today? We'll see. We'll see what I can come up with. Alright, that's that. He didn't know it was the end of it. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Last time I think I'm doing a 9-ball that isn't me or my wife, just because it's really hard for me to get into it that much. Yeah, if you liked it, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. Leave me a comment, favorite emoji, yada yada yada. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. It doesn't cost anything and it helps us out greatly. Just click the subscribe button, turn the bell on, or turn it off, whatever you'd like to do. I will see you in the next one. I have no idea what it's going to be. Probably 8-ball. We'll find out later. Bye.